that is now coming in from the state of Karnataka. And now we talk about the Ktaka model that is being widely criticized by the BJP. Now this time over in Chamrajnagar, Zilla Panchayat Chief Executive Officer and Disciplinary Authority which has ordered the suspension of Ramegowda KN, who was in charge of the Panchayat Development Officer, following the suicide of Waterman, who was found to be hanging inside the Panchayat office building. And in his death note, the deceased has alleged that he did not receive his honorarium for about 27 months and was harassed by allegedly the PDO and the Panchayat president's husband. A case that has now been registered at the Chamarajanagar East Police Station under relevant sections of the BNS, and relevant action is now being taken according to the rules there. But the BJP, they are widely criticizing as far as the Ktaka model that they believe of the Karnataka Congress that has failed, because this is not the first such a case of suicide reported from the state. This is another one which is a Waterman suicide case that has now sparked politics. BJP now tearing into bankrupt Sarkara and citing unpaid wages, and now seems to be tearing into the Congress, saying that another life has been lost because of the Congress mismanagement. So earlier there was a suicide case what is being reported of a librarian which had shocked the state, and now as far as the BJP is concerned, they are now taking up against the state government, where a Waterman ended his life in front of the Gram Panchayat office in Karnataka's Chamrajnagar district, and this seems to be another case of alleged suicide, where he seems to be alleging harassment by people including the Panchayat Development Officer, and he seems to be ending his life there, but also claiming that for the last 27 months his salary was pending, and he was also in a way suggesting that because of ill health his salary and his dues weren't paid. Mr. Nagaraj is connected with us. Mr. Nagaraj, another case of suicide allegedly that is now being pointed out, and in this case as well it is being cited that the man who committed this extreme step, claiming that his dues were pending, his salary wasn't paid for the last 27 months, BJP is alleging that the Karnataka state government has gone bankrupt.
Madam, 1 minute. You are taking me on the line to speak about Basungowda's letter to the Chief Minister. Don't change your question. I am not prepared to answer you this. Don't play the games like this, please.
No, sir. I specifically asked you on this case of another case of suicide that has been reported. Are you not willing to answer that question, sir?
Let me talk. Some ethics should be there in the media. When you asked me to speak of Basungowda's letter to the CM, what are you asking me?
So are you not willing to answer the question as far as when it comes to why are government officials taking that extreme step?
When you're taking me on the line to ask about Basungowda as well, please talk to me about Basungowda as well, then come to this question. I can't dance what you people say. Please.
So this issue of officials committing suicide, according to you, is not important as far as the state government of Karnataka is concerned? Is that why you are not willing to answer the question, sir?
To the Chief Minister, please ask me that question about it. I have come to answer this thing first.
All right. So you want to answer only on specific questions, sir? And unfortunately, we've moved on from that story where we were just talking about this. But currently, we are now talking about this case of suicide that has been reported. I'm going to ask you once again, Mr. Nagaraj, are you willing to take up this question?
Which is the question? I'm not able to hear you also.
Now, this is a Waterman, sir, who has ended his life in front of a Gram Panchayat officer in Chamrajnagar.
I'm not aware of it.
You're not aware of it only.
I'm not aware of it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Nagaraj, for joining in. All right. The Congress leader saying that he's not aware of this incident that is taking place. But Shubhangi, this is another case of alleged suicide that seems to be criticized in a way on part of the BJP taking on the Karnataka Congress government.
That's absolutely right, Abita. We are seeing the BJP is upping the ante against the Karnataka Congress government. Here, leader of opposition R. Ashoka has written a tweet where he is targeting the Congress party. I will take you through the tweet, and I quote: "Another government employee falls victim to the Congress government's suicide fortune in a heart-wrenching incident. A Waterman who had not received his salary for 2 years and was fed up took his life by hanging himself near the door of the Gram Panchayat office in Honganur village in the Karnataka. Just 2 days ago, a librarian in Kalaburgi committed suicide due to unpaid wages, and before the talk of the incident could subside, another life has been lost to bankruptcy of the Congress in Karnataka. He says, he asked the Congress government how many more innocent government employees and contractors must become victims of your misgovernance. So clearly here BJP calling out the Congress Ktaka model and saying that how many more government employees will have to take their own life before you change your plans.
All right. Thank you, Shubhangi, for that update. With this recent another case of suicide allegedly that has now come forth, this has been criticized widely by the BJP, calling the state government of Karnataka Congress as bankrupt. With that, we head into a short break. You're watching Times Now.